Hi, my name is Faith Lindner. I'm in Computer Science 111, Section 501 at Texas A&M, and today I'm going to teach you about substrings. So, in formal language theory and computer science, a substring is a contiguous sequence of characters within a string. A substring is a subset or part of another string, or it is a contiguous sequence of characters within a string. For example, in the phrase substring, oh, that's not how you spell that. Substring in Java, the word substring is a substring in the phrase. Or it could be Java as a substring in the phrase. Either one. So, substring in Java is commonly used method of java.lang.string class that is used to create smaller strings from a bigger one. As strings are immutable in Java, the original string remains as it is and the method returns a new string. So I'm going to teach you a couple basic things. So if I were to declare a string my name equals Faith, then I could do username or my name dot substring 01, and that would mean that 01 is my the first letter, because it's 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So but if I did my name dot substring 1, then it would take off the first letter of my name because that's the 0 placement. So it would be 8th. If I did print or system out print ln or my name dot substring 1, then it would print out 8th. So now that you know that, we are going to code the name game in Java, which is an assignment that we just did and I just turned in. And for this, I used all substrings. You could do it a couple different ways. Some people use like characters and like character commands and stuff. I just use substrings. So I'm going to pull up my code in a separate tab so I can stay on track and don't have to do all this off the top of my head. So let's get started. So first we got to import java.util.scanner. Oh, I forgot the semicolon. And then we have to do our class, which I named as substrings. And then our main. And then we can get started. So I'm going to declare the string username. And that's going to be what people are going to input for their name and what we're going to base everything off of. And I'm also going to declare another string, which is my name, and that's going to equal Faith. And this is because, so there's a ton of different rules that we have to follow in this assignment. So if it says your name, if the person inputs your name, like my name is Faith, if they inputted Faith, then it would have to say like a special phrase. And for mine, I put, hey, you're not supposed to be here, but you could be like, hey, that's my name, hey, whatever. And so, and then there's also the rule of how this whole thing works. So if it is a double vowel name, like Aaron, A-A-R-O-N, then it's going to take out the first letter of the name to be able to do like the lyrics, like the Aaron, Aaron, Bo, Baron, Banana, Vanna, Ho, Baron, or whatever. And then if it's a single vowel name, then it takes off no characters. If it is a double consonant name like Thomas, it takes off the first 2. And if it is a single consonant like Sarah, it takes off the 1. And then there's also a special one for F names, B names, M names that has their own separate thing. And then it also cannot contain the letters like ucker or uck or itch, because if someone's name was like Mitch or Tucker or Chuck and they inputted their name, then it would produce bad words, and that's not what we want. So we have to make sure that if it contains that name, it'll be like, it will just say something like, hey, like, or it'll bleep it out or anything like that. So with all that being said, let's get started. So first we declared our strings, and now we're going to start on the intro. So my intro is just going to be howdy, I forgot quotations, howdy, welcome to the name game. And then I'm going to say, please, I always forget to do the quotes. Okay, please enter your name. And then we gotta do our scanners. So it'll be scanner equals new scanner. God, I cannot type. New scanner system dot in. And there's not supposed to be a space here. Semicolon. And then, so username equals scanner dot next. Okay, so now the user is able to input their name. So now I'm going to do the first rule. If my name, if God, okay, my name. No, that's not what I want. Stop it. Oh my God. Okay. If my name, then it's going to, we got to do an if statement. This whole thing is going to be if and if else statements, and there's going to be a ton, so be prepared. So username dot equals my name, then it's going to print, hey, you're not supposed to be here. And that's it. That's what I'm going to do. And then now we're going to move on to if double vowel. So we're going to do our if statement, and this is where we're going to get into substrings. So we're going to try to make it scan if, like, make it understand that if there is a vowel in the first place and the second place, that it's going to take off one of the letters, the first letter. So if username dot substring 01, which is that placement, dot equals A, or E, or I, or O, or U. So I'm going to copy and paste the rest of that because I don't want to sit here and type that because I already had to do it once and to do this assignment. So if it equals A, E, I, O, or U, then we got to move on to the lowercase, because if you typed in Aaron, it'd be capital A, then lowercase a. So if it also begins in the second placement, which is 1 to 2, so if username dot substring 1 to 2, which is scanning for the second letter, dot equals A, E, I, O, or U, then we are going to take off the first letter in this rhyme. So it's going to be username, so it's going to say their name plus a comma and space plus their name. So it's going to say Aaron, comma space, Bo, and then username. And we're going to take off the first letter of the username. So it's going to be dot substring 1. So since the first A and AARON is A, or it's like in the 0 place, the beginning is the 0 place, it's going to take off the 0 and it's going to print from 1 and the rest of it, 1 and beyond. And then we're going to copy and paste the rest of the lyrics. This is my fourth time filming this video, if you couldn't already tell. So, yeah. So it's going to be Aaron, Bo, Baron, Banana, Fana, Fo, Farron, Fee, Fi, Mo, Marin, Aaron. If it was Aaron. That's just the only double vowel name I can think of. So we're going to keep that open bracket of the first if statement and move to an else if statement. And this is going to be else if it is just contains one vowel for the first letter. And so else if username dot substring 01 dot equals capital A or E or I or O or U, then it's going to take off no letters. So we're not going to do any substring. But what I will do in this is, so whenever it prints username, oh, I did quotes, username plus comma space plus username plus comma space, bow B plus, and then I'm going to change the whole phrase into lowercase because we're not taking off any letters. So we're not taking off the first letter, which is the capital letter of the name. So it'll just be bow, and then it'll be like, if it's Anna, then it'll be capital A behind the B, Anna. So I want to change the whole thing to lowercase for this part so that it doesn't do that. Plus username dot to lowercase. So that will change that. And now we're going to print out the rest of it. And there we go. And this is if single vowel. Now we got to keep, we do the if it contains a bad word next, and we're going to do it behind this closed bracket. So we're done with the open brackets. Now if contains bad word, it's going to be if username dot contains itch or username dot contains ucker or username dot contains uck. And that's going to keep us from getting our bad words. It's going to print, hey, that's not cool. Sorry if that's your real name, but you know. Okay, so we're going to have to print this when we move on to the consonants, which is what we're doing now. We're going to have to continue to put that in there, that and does not contain itch, ucker, or uck, because it'll do this. It'll run through this and be like, okay, I need to print, hey, that's not cool. But it'll also print the lyrics of whatever it lies in. So if it's like Tucker, it's going to do the single consonant one and it'll go through with it. So it'll print this, but it'll also print what we don't want it to print. So we have to also add that to the rest of these things. So what am I doing? Okay. Okay. So if double consonant. And instead of printing or typing username.substring.equals every single consonant in the alphabet, we're just going to do does not equal the vowels, because the vowels, there's much less vowels than there are consonants. So we're going to do that. And so we're going to do basically the same exact thing that we did with the double vowel. We're going to do username.substring01.equals the capital letter, then another if statement below the lowercase letter 1 to 2, and then we're going to do it's going to take off the first two letters of the name. So we're going to do if, so we're going to put an exclamation point for does not. So username dot substring 01 equals God, I cannot type on this keyboard. A. Then we're going to do the rest of the vowels. And then also add and does not contain itch, ucker, or uck. So let me copy and paste this. And then we also need to add and username contains uck. Then it's going to take off the first two letters of the name for this rhyme. So it's going to be username, oh, I did quotes. Username dot, or no, plus space comma plus username plus space comma, or comma space bow b plus username dot substring, and it's going to be 2 this time. So it's going to take off the 0 character. So if it's Thomas, it's going to take off the 0 character, which is T, and then the 1 character, which is H, and just be Amos. So I'm going to print out or copy and paste the rest of the lyrics. And that will be, oh, I forgot to do about the lowercase. Let's do that really quick. So our other if statement, and does not contain the lowercase letters, and I also have to add the uck. Then there, and we're going to close that first bracket, and we're going to keep the second one open for the rest of these. So we're going to do if a single consonant now we're going to do just like how we did with the single vowel, except we're going to add, and does not contain itch, ucker, or uck, and then also we're only going to take off the first letter. In the single vowel, we didn't take off any letters. We're going to take off the first letter for this single consonant. So, but it's going to begin the same way that the double consonant did, except without the lowercase, and it's going to take off the first letter. So we're going to copy and paste that. Hold on. Oh, and it's going to be an else if statement. So, else if and we're also going to add, since there's going to be a special one for M's, F's, and B's, then we're going to put does not equal M, F, or B. And then we're going to add and does username dot contains uck, and then open bracket. Oh, whoops. And we're going to take off the first letter, so that would be username.substring1. So it's going to be username plus comma space, comma space. I'm just falling apart. Okay. Plus username plus comma space bow plus username dot substring 1. So there we have it, and I'm going to print the rest of the lyrics, copy and paste it. There we go. And then we're going to do another else if statement for B, M, and F. Because apparently those have special lyrics that are changed up a little bit. I didn't notice except for in the B one that there is, but we're just going to do it anyway because that's what the assignment tells us. That's our professor is all knowing, so that's what I'm going to do. So else if username dot substring, and we're scanning for the first letter, so 0, 1, from 0 to 1, if that equals M, then, oh yeah, and also does not contain ich, ucker, or uck. And then I have to add, and does not contain uck. Then the lyrics are going to be this, and we're going to take off the first letter like we did in the single consonants. So it's going to be username.substring1 because takes off, so if it was Mary, M is the 0, A is the 1. So it's going to print 1 and beyond. So we're going to copy and paste those lyrics. And perfect. And then else if username begins with B, so username dot substring 0, 1 dot equals B, and the other stuff then this one I did notice a difference because so it prints out username plus comma space plus username plus comma space B, and then it leaves off the B. So if it was Bob, it'd be Bo-ob. So it'd be Bob, Bob, Bo-ob. I did notice that difference, but I didn't notice the ones in the other ones. I could just not be seeing it. I don't know. So of course it's going to be the username dot substring 1 because we're taking off the first letter, and then the rest of the lyrics. There we go. And then we got to do that. And then else if, and then we're going to do the F one. So username dot substring 0, 1. No. Dot equals F. And for this one, since my name starts with an F and we put it at the beginning, if the username equals my name, then it'll print, hey, you're not supposed to be here. It'll print that because it'll go through that. But it'll also print the F one because it starts with an F. And so it doesn't tell you like not to do that. So we have to tell it not to do that by putting and username does not contain faith, as well as the bad words. So let's do that. And then again, I don't notice the difference, but we're going to take off the first letter like we have been doing. And then we're going to close this bracket, and then we're going to close the other if bracket from up here with that one. Oh wait, we already closed it. And then we have, you know, like our main and our class closed. And now we're going to do the outro. But first, let's label these really quick. So we know where we're at. B, and then if begins with M. And then our outro. So we're just gonna say, what did I say? I printed a line just to have that broken up a little bit, and then I put thanks for playing. And then a smiley face. And that is our code. So let's run this. Let's save it and run it. And we're gonna go to here. I printed, see, this is my third time making this video. So I know this works, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. It was because the first time I didn't download the right Java on this PC, because I usually code on my laptop. And so I couldn't compile it. And then so I had to take a day off, download it, all this stuff, and then I came back to it today, and I just recorded it, and I'm recording on OBS, which is also a streaming platform, or allows you to stream. And so I was actually streaming on my Twitch channel instead of recording it, and it said I was playing Stardew Valley. Anyway, so now this is the final video, hopefully. Okay, so let's say Faith. Hey, you're not supposed to hear thanks for playing. Let's try Thomas. Perfect. Let's try Anna. Perfect. Let's try Aaron. Perfect. Let's try Felix. Perfect. Let's try Mary. Perfect. Let's try Bob. Perfect. Okay, now let's try the bad words. Mitch. Awesome. Chuck. Awesome. Tucker. Yay! And that's how you code the name game. That took me ages, and I hope that I get my extra credit from that assignment and then also from recording this video. So hopefully you learned about substrings and that I wasn't just like totally didn't make sense or anything. And thank you for watching the video, and please give me my bonus points. Thank you.